One of the most highly anticipated video games of 2023 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a game that is going to be released on April 28th of this year for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Microsoft Windows. Now, originally the game was confirmed for a release in March 17th of this year, but it got pushed back by Respawn Entertainment because they wanted to make sure that the game exceeded everybody's expectations in relation to quality, and that was every bit as good, if not better, than Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, the last game utilized the Unreal Engine 4, and this game is going to utilize the Unreal Engine 5. So obviously, this game, looks a lot better than the prequel that came out a few years before that. And Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order from November 2019. It ended up being probably one of the best action-adventure games of that year, and it managed to reach over 10 million copies in relation to sales across multiple platforms, including the PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series X, Microsoft Windows, and Stadia back when it was still a thing. And I think one of the reasons why Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was such a big deal was because it was pretty much a sequel to Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which came out back in 2005, and the movie was actually a huge box office hit, and I believe it managed to draw in a ton of revenue, somewhere like around, I believe it was like roughly under 870 million, like somewhere like in that area. I don't know the exact number, but it actually did big numbers in relation to box office sales back when it came out back in 2005. And I believe that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has been confirmed by the developers to be canon in terms of the main storyline in relation to Star Wars. So that means Star Wars Jedi Survivor is most likely going to be canon as well. And basically, Star Wars Jedi Survivor picks off on where the story left up at in terms of, Fallen Order. And I believe like the game, or the setting of the game, takes place 5 years after the events of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And pretty much the game itself is pretty much like an improved version of what we got in the prequel. And the story is basically the main character, Cal Kestis, basically trying to fight for survival against the Galactic Empire because they're back and they're stronger than ever. And basically, what's even more heart-wrenching about his story is the fact that he was betrayed in Jedi Fallen Order, which is something that sucks, but at the same time, it makes the story more intriguing. And I believe Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I believe it only had like one main ending. It wasn't a game that had multiple endings because it was pretty much a linear Metroidvania type of video game. And I looked at the gameplay for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It kind of has like the same feel where it's like it's a Metroidvania type of game, but there were some parts of the trailer where it looked like there were some open world environments, but I don't know. I still feel like Respawn Entertainment is focusing on using the Metroidvania style that they used in terms of level design in relation to, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And I do feel that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is definitely one, if not the biggest game that Electronic Arts is going to release this year in relation to the action-adventure genre. And honestly, I'm not exactly sure whether or not this game is going to end up surpassing its prequel in relation to sales, because I'm pretty sure the developers and even Electronic Arts had expected Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to be as popular or successful as it was, but it did, and I feel like it set the bar really high in relation to, high profile I guess, Star Wars games that's going to come out like in the future, like this one. And like hopefully like the story in this game and the cutscenes and all that stuff is every bit as compelling as what we got in Fallen Order, because if that's not the case, and I guess if it falls below people's expectations, it can end up just being something that's, I guess, I wouldn't say subpar, but it's something that didn't quite, succeed everyone's expectations, because people are expecting something that's every bit as good as Fallen Order, if not better. And based on what we got in the trailer for this video game, it looks like Jedi Survivor has the potential to be every bit as good as Fallen Order, if not better.